Hey babes. I'm just here at the beginning of this little weird episode. That's gonna be only 30 minutes long. It was recorded before we left because we weren't sure how much we were gonna have to talk about when we got back, and it was kind of like a safe way to do it. Plus, I had gone to a concert. We had some things to talk about. So this is gonna be this little preamble to the Arizona fiasco, all of that fun stuff. As you're listening to this, it will be Wednesday that this comes out. And then tomorrow for you guys, for, Thursday, you'll have a full hour of just regular podcast from us, a whole lot of storytelling about what happened. And then the next day, Friday, we will have the vlog come out. So all of the fun, the guts of the trip will be just all over that. So, just wanted to update you guys. It's going to be a little weird this week, and I apologize. But this will be the first little 30 minutes. Then tomorrow you'll get an hour, and the next day you'll get the vlog stuff. So just please watch all of them, I guess. I don't know what else to say, but I hope you like them because we sure as hell had a whole lot of fucking fun out there doing all of this. We love you, and we thank you for your support, and thank you for listening. Two brains, one cell. Two brains, one cell. Two brains, one cell. Two brains, one cell.
Oh no, get out of the way!
There was something in the way, Carson said. He then quickly clicked it out of the way.
Something in the way.
Move!
Hey guys,
Welcome back to Two Brains, One Cell.
episode 61.
Well, it's 6 p.m. now. Our flight leaves in literally 12 hours.
Let's say 61.5.
True.
61 and
Fuck you.
this is half of 61 because we're just going to record whatever amount on this one, and then we're going to record again when we get back.
Yep.
So that we don't forget a whole trip's worth of shit by the time we record again.
We still will.
We will.
It'll be the same day that we get back, but we will. We'll forget.
But I'm excited. I'm really excited. This is our first trip out of state
Together.
That we planned ourselves.
Yeah. I'm very excited. Just to get away for a weekend, go have fun with my friends.
I'm gonna take the Band-Aid off right now. The visuals on last episode were pretty bad because, like I had explained last episode, I just forgot to change the settings back, and it was on manual exposure, so it was super low. And so the entire episode was just recorded like we were in just very, very dark lighting.
Yeah.
So, and I tried to brighten it, but it still didn't do very much. But I apologize. That's my bad.
But at the same time, deal with it.
Yeah, come on.
I mean, come on. Come on.
We all make accidents. Come on.
I mean, look at what your parents made. You.
Go look in the mirror.
You'll know what a real accident looks like.
What's that? You can't... Are you a vampire?
Wait, what do you mean you don't have a reflection? Carson, where'd you go?
Garlic. I'm only seeing you in the reflection.
Carson?
What?
Are you a vampire?
What are you saying? I'm not a vampire.
Are you? No?
Nah.
Are you lying?
No, I couldn't lie to you.
No.
Hey, you got something on your neck. Let me get that for you.
I was about to be like, so do you like Twilight?
That was really hard to get through.
I know.
Anyways, and another thing I wanted to just rip right out. 2 episodes ago, we were talking about the bathroom stuff that I was taking out, and I just randomly said, And I took out a bag, and I was like, I know what's in there. And I said it I set it down. Didn't explain it at all. So, people's imaginations could have gone wild with whatever the fuck was in that bag. And I think I should let you guys know, it was a bag of magnets that I had ripped out of speakers.
They were speaker magnets?
And they're still in there.
It's like the most useless shit.
It's like these giant fucking magnets, and then there's a bunch of little ones. Some of them still have the speaker piece on them.
They just have coils on them still?
I took the coils off, but like the whatever the paper-ish stuff is on the and like just the
like
metal
the cone.
piece. Yeah. Like some of that's still stuck on there, but bent very, very harshly because I couldn't get it off all the way.
Yep.
So that's what I meant when I was like, I know what's in there. It was a literal bag of magnets and erector sets.
It was methamphetamines.
It was just a bag of cum.
It was so much cum. Don't know how he kept that in a plastic bag.
No
and it
leakage.
didn't tear through. What the fuck? Because let me tell you, this
Hey.
guy got heavy cum.
Hey, double bag that shit, dude. Save the day. Double bag that hoe.
I was about to say. How many bags were used that night?
Double bagged it. Double bagged it.
Double bagged it twice, baby.
Let's go.
Double bagged it twice.
Is that quadruple bagged? That's impossible. That would create a black hole.
How many fucking bags?
But yeah, and the reason why I had them was because as a child, all the way up until like junior high. Yeah, I wasn't as much as a child anymore at that point, but like all the way up through junior high, I was like, I was like, dude, I'm determined. I'm going to create something cool as fuck. And because the erector sets was like the next step up from Legos, because you had like like the little Allen keys, and you had the like the just everything. You could just build anything with it, and I had 2 full sets of them, and I still have it under the futon back here. I made like a spider web thing with fucking a web shooter basically, yeah. And I had it. At one point, it was holding a CO2 cartridge in it and stuff like that. Like, it looked sick as fuck. And as a kid, I was like, I'm going to make this work. Like, I'm going to have a working one. This is for sure going to happen. I'm going to zip around the fucking...
It's like, this can't be that hard.
Yeah, I was like, come on. If that kid can do it, I can do it fucking easily.
What the fuck? It's like, guys, obviously all you have to do is shoot something over there.
And then just swing. Boom, you're done.
It's not that fucking hard.
Done, And I
it's scary to
determined.
think that is how we thought.
Yeah.
It's like,
can you imagine if I got something semi-working with like a grappling hook and I just tried to go swing around a fucking building?
Yeah. And you just you would be the first scene of Miles Morales when he tripped on his shoelace and fell off a building, but you would just actually die.
The second movie with second or third movie with Tobey Maguire, when he loses it and he jumps off the building and he goes, whoa! And then he hits his back, he lands on a car and goes, my back. Like, it's just gonna be that whole scene all over again. But instead, I wouldn't survive a giant fall like that. I would be dead.
See, you're what people call a normal human.
Yeah.
Well,
I wouldn't say normal. That's giving me a lot of...
Your body acts like a normal human's
there we go.
body.
Yeah. You've got basic human attributes about your body.
You have the median average male white
You
body.
have bottom line.
You have just bottom of the barrel, barely scraping fucking by in homeless people standards. And I don't know what the fuck that means.
They've got low standards, I think.
I need to show you a picture.
Oh God.
I was walking the Parkway yesterday with my mom, and we went all the way to where you go kind of near the botanical gardens where it has that pathway underneath.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, let's just go check it out.
Isn't that where we were riding around on our...
Yes.
Okay.
And naturally, full of water.
Oh, that's so sick, though.
But
that looks so cool.
I know. I like turn up the HDR on this shit as well.
You've got to email that because my phone won't let me download it.
It gets better. Right at the beginning of it, it was an abandoned crackhead cart.
Oh, that wasn't abandoned. That's like a mama leaving her cubs to go get food and coming back.
Yeah.
That's what that was.
I took a better picture of it. They had 4 singular bike tires I could only assume are stolen. That's one random speaker. Wires are still in it. And there was a random pair of jeans. There was a backpack with a wire. It was like a pipe cleaner. Don't know why he would need that.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm assuming it's a guy, but there was also like 6 Modelo bottles.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I know. The picture was so good.
That's so
It was
sick.
so good. Yeah, I'll send those to
You
you.
gotta email them to the
Two
two
brains,
brains.
yeah.
Cause
So yeah,
my
it
phone
was
sucks.
it was very, very interesting.
And
And that was one of the things my mom laughed at. 'Cause I'm like, I love the cracktivities here. She's like, I've never
cracktivities.
heard that one. I'm like, how have you not heard cracktivities, bro?
I haven't. Ow.
You haven't heard?
I haven't heard. I haven't heard.
You
of that
haven't?
before. I haven't heard. I hit my teeth. I hit my teeth, and everything reset.
Yeah. It hitting your teeth with the microphone is like a factory reset on an iPhone. Except we're so much stupider than an iPhone.
It feels like sending McDonald's Sprite into your mouth, but like inside, not like you're drinking it, but like in the inside of your face.
It's like injecting McDonald's Sprite into your brainstem.
yes.
That's basically it.
Yeah.
Your entire vision turns TV static.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like the and I'm back. Okay.
Yeah. Whoa. Fuck. Where did I
Okay.
go?
Sometimes I dissociate so hard it just feels like like an alternate personality was there, and then I took back over, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Where
Where am I?
Oh fuck.
You
You gotta watch Moon Knight. That's like that
Is
is exactly what happens.
Oh, okay.
He just wakes up and there's like 8 people on the floor bleeding out, and he's just got bloody knuckles, and he's standing there like, what the fuck?
He's like, damn, I'm sick.
Where the fuck did this come from? And then he'll just fall asleep and then wake up in like Siberia in the middle, and he's like, "Wow, the fuck!" Like it just keeps happening. That's what Moon Knight. That's how like the whole thing goes.
Okay.
It's so fucking funny.
I might have to renew my Disney Plus subscription.
It's a really good series. Outside of that, though, it's really good. And
How many episodes is it?
10?
No, that's not bad.
It's like
That's easy,
Like
then.
the new Marvel stuff is just a quick 10 episodes, basically.
Are they 45-minute or hour and a half episodes?
They range from like 45 to 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I think. I can't remember. It's been so long since it came out. But
Fair.
like I said, I sent you that Snap Division season 2.
Yep.
There's one episode specifically that I know you're gonna like. That's just fucking fire.
Still haven't seen season 1.
And it's like it's like just visually stunning.
Okay.
So good.
I know a lot of the Marvel TV shows I just haven't even looked at. I think the only one was Loki. And that one was fucking fantastic.
Season 2 is gonna come out in the next 3 months or something.
Yeah.
Within that time, I mean.
Man, that series was just great. They did a good job.
I went and saw M83, guys.
He did do that.
Guys, gals, and others.
I didn't.
I I got there pretty early, like I usually like to do whenever we go to concerts. And I got there. I think doors opened at like 5:30. They had to push the time back because of the rain. But doors opened at 5:30. I got there at like 2:30 maybe, like 3-ish hours early. And I went over, stood in line. I was standing for probably like 10 minutes, and then I looked around and just went and crossed my legs and just sat down. Like it was
Yep.
like the funniest way I could have done that. And I just plopped down, and then at first I kind of was just like, "Fuck, what am I supposed to do? Sitting on the ground. I don't want to waste the battery on my phone, whatever." Like, and I ended up like people were filling in behind me, and I just wasn't paying attention. And I walk over, like I did this thing where I left my foot in my place in line,
Nice.
and just did the biggest lunge across the sidewalk to pick up a stick. And then I came back, and then I was like,
Was
all
that
right.
was that your stick for the night?
Kind of. I was like, what? It was my stick while I waited in line.
Fair.
And I was like, okay, now I can either fashion this into a shiv, or I can do other things with this. What should I do first? And so I kind of did a little bit of both. I fashioned it to like a sharper edge, and then I started digging out the dirt in the sidewalk and drawing with it. So like I would dig it out, set it down, and then push against it, and like kind of like an old painting. You know how they'd use their thumbs against it. I did that, but with the stick. And at first I drew this like terrible looking like Easter Island head looking thing. It was fucking ridiculous. And then someone like had shifted like
And
the
then
switch.
the Mona Lisa, the Lisa Mo.
These people in line had switched, and I didn't notice until all of a sudden 2 like high pitched voices were next to me. And I just didn't even bother to look either. I just kind of like did one of these like little glances, and I just barely saw something out of my peripherals, and I was like, when the fuck did they get there? And then I just went back to drawing in the dirt. And then
Well, that's weird. Anyways.
They had sat down next to me, and like a little closer than I would have expected. And then one of them just leans over and she goes, "What are you drawing?" And I go, "I have no idea." And she goes, "Oh, okay." And I was like, I was going to be a face, but now it kind of, and she's like, "It looks a little abstract." And I was like, "At least it looks like something." And then I just kept drawing. And then she looked over again. She goes, "It kind of looks like an Easter Island head thing." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm glad it looks like anything, honestly." And then she went back to doing their own thing, and I ended up drawing Bender from Futurama.
Good
in
shit.
in the dirt. Like it's big too. Like it took up quite a bit of space. And they look over, and she's kind of, they just randomly would kind of look over, and I could never tell if they were talking to me, talking to themselves, or talking to the people next to us. So I just kind of minded my own shit. Like I was like, fuck, I don't know.
Yeah.
And I think they were like 17, 18 or something like that. And then it started to rain again. And it felt like that moment with like the root beer, no! No root beer! No! Root beer! Root beer, no! It felt like that moment because the rain started to wash away the dirt like on it, and oh God.
Is it going?
Yeah, it is. It's you can see the numbers running down there.
Oh.
It just hasn't pushed it back that way.
Oh, I was like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
But it was it'll reset eventually. But anyway, it started to wash away the dirt that I had drawn with, and so I just was staring at it like with one single tear. I was like, "Goodbye, my friend." And the line slowly like shifted as people were getting closer, and they're getting a little more antsy to get in. You know, the line moves a little bit. And so now they were standing on it, and one of the other girls goes, "Oh, it's that guy from Futurama!" And I just turn around, and I'm like, and she goes, "Yeah, I did you not hear me say that?" And she, like, her and her friend are saying it. She's like, "Did you not hear me say that?" And she goes, "No." She's like, "Yeah, he drew that like a while ago. Like it was an hour ago that I had got done drawing because it just started raining and it just wouldn't let up." And she was like, "Oh, that's cool." And she goes, "Your drawings are really nice." And I go, "Thanks." With a thumbs up, and then
W Riz.
thanks.
Thanks.
And then
You look like
eventually-
round SpongeBob.
Yeah. Nice
Thanks.
weather we're having. And eventually they let us in. Like the weather finally gives up as they're starting to let everyone in. And I get in there and I speed walk. I do that white person speed walk where the hips are really fucking going and the shoulders are going with it.
Fucking hips that make Shakira lie type shit.
And I get over to the merch booth and nobody there. And I go, "Fuck yeah." And I'm looking at the merch and it looks sick as fuck. I mean, I got mine.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, it almost same thing almost happened like at Bryce Vine where I got in line. I'm looking at it while I'm standing in line, and someone walks around the other side of the gate,
Yeah.
and then just gets in front of me. And she goes, "Actually," and I knew this because of how many times I've done this. She goes, "Actually, the line's gonna be starting around the bleachers that way." And then the guy just looks at me, and I stay where I am, and so he has to walk around me. All these people have to walk around me, and I'm like, "Yeah, fuck you."
Get fucked.
It's my turn to get the merch, bitch. And so I was the first person, and I was like, "Can I get a large with that one?" I said the M83 Tour shirt in a large, and that'll be it. And she goes, "Yep." Walks over, she's like, "This good?" I'm like, "Yep." I give her my card, and then I go right over to get some pizza, and I get
Good
a
shit.
slice of Lucky Slice, and I'm like, "All right, now time to find a fucking spot, I guess." And I look over, still entirely empty.
Nice.
Like I don't know why I'd expected it to be just packed already, and so I just walked. I just literally like meandered. I just was like,
just took a little stroll.
all right, yeah, just walked on over to the front, like right next to VIP,
Yeah.
and then was like, "Yeah, this will do."
This'll do.
This'll do.
I think this is all right.
Yeah, and then I ate my pizza and I went to throw away the plate, and the two chicks that were next to me were like standing one person away from me.
It'll spit.
And I think they looked at me for like a second, and then just like fucked off, and then everything fills in.
Why
and
is it always that the person you're next to in line somehow appears?
Yeah, they just get near you in the concert again.
And
I
it's
mean,
like-
it makes sense because you came in around the same time, but
Yeah,
you could go to any other spot.
exactly.
And I went and got merch and pizza, and then
my
came
God.
over, and we still ended up next to each other.
I think it's also just because of the fact that you didn't look at anyone else's face except theirs, really.
Yeah,
So it's like,
you can
there they are.
recognize them. Yeah, but
But still, they're fucking following us. It's weird.
then it starts to rain again, and I have a series of pictures saying, "Oh, the opener is setting up his own his own gear," and then I go, "Oh, The opener is now in the VIP area, which, by the way, he responded to me. Did I tell you that?
Did he? No.
Yeah, so I sent a
didn't tell
picture
me that.
to him of him talking to a guy in VIP. And I said, hey, is you just hanging out in VIP? And after he got done with his set, he was like, yeah, that was me. And I just
Really?
liked it. And I sent him another picture I took while he was playing. And I was like, that was a great set. I love your art. And then he liked that. And it was cool.
That's
It was
cool.
a fun little interaction.
Yeah.
His name is Jeremiah Chu, I think is what it is.
How was his performance?
CHIU, I think. It was really cool. So it's like a suitcase, but it's got like a bunch of inputs, kind of like the guitar jacks.
Yeah.
And he can switch them around, and it's like those things where it's like a synthesizer where you make noises and you plug it into different things to change
cool.
the tone. And I've got actually stuff I wanted to show you on there, but some pictures will show up of Jeremiah in this, and then the rain has started to let up. Like I said, during his set, it let up like almost the sun was out.
Oh, hell yeah.
And it's starting to set now. And eventually M83 comes out, and the rain just fucking dumps. It is pouring, and it is freezing. And I was at this point, I was wearing my long sleeve shirt, this over the long sleeve shirt, and my sweater over the top of that, and it was just drenched. My pants were drenched, and like they have little things hanging off the bottom because they're ripped,
Yeah.
soaked. And like my feet were the only thing that actually stayed cold, but it just. Magnificent. I don't want to keep taking up time, but it was just a magnificent fucking concert.
Good.
And I did forget a part with Jeremiah. I have videos I want to show you of it's like literally like boop beep boop 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 beep boop 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 bop, like that kind of shit playing in the background. Beep beep boop bop boop bop boop bop beep beep. It's that kind of like thing going on. It's not like an actual like groove or tone that you can like dance to, but some dudes are just sitting over there going fucking nuts in the crowd. Like they were
obviously.
drugged up and going
yeah.
insane in the crowd.
They were just probably on some type of psychedelic.
And then the next video is some dude sitting with both his hands up like this, and he's just going. And like every time he puts his hands down, the whole crowd goes down, and then he puts his hands up, and they all go up again or something like that. And it's just a big section of the crowd, and it's just some random dude who just started doing it, and everyone joined in. It's the weirdest thing ever.
The human brain, it really is just something.
It's so fucking weird.
NPC activities are everywhere.
Yeah. And anyway, M83, it was such a beautiful, like I might even put in some videos without the sound so that you can see, like I got the coolest video of the water coming through a red light in front of me, and then it just kind of pans down and they start to play one of their really popular ones, which is super cool. But I started recording the one called Midnight City, and which is like one of their top ones, you know, that everyone knows. And I get like a minute or so into it, and my phone dies.
Oh!
It just shuts off entirely. And I thought I still had like 10% left. So I put my phone in my pocket, and I was like, all right, I'll just enjoy the rest of the fucking concert.
Yep.
And so I was just having fun, just bouncing around and everything. And then I just, out of habit, when the set ended and I like clapped and everything, I pulled out my phone and was like, oh yeah.
All right.
And then I held the button and it turned back on.
Oh.
Just, I guess I overworked my camera after taking so many videos and stuff like that, and just
Weird.
it just shut off. And then it was back on, and I was like, oh, sick. And I put it right back in my pocket. And then eventually they played their outro song, and that one is also another popular one that I got a good video of. And then I was like, please don't die, please don't die, please don't die, please don't die. And then I got the like whatever video I needed, put it back in my pocket, and then when the show ended, like, because that was their encore, was that part. And then when the show ended, I started to leave, and I look over at the bleachers, and Braxton and my mom are just standing on the bleachers going, Carson! 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 And Braxton's going, Carson! Carson! This little voice that we do in our family. And he's just yelling at me, and then I just walk up, and I'm just smiling, and I'm just cheesing, and then they go, oh hey. And I go, hi. And then Braxton goes, how was it up there? Because I kept sending him a bunch of like pictures and stuff like that. And I was like, it was so much fun.
It was so good.
And I also saw in VIP this TikTok guy and Instagram guy, Snapchat guy that I knew from Garrett. Like I had told you, his name's Tyler O something. Starts with an O. And he's got a brand called Thrifty Star or something, like Thrift Star or something like that.
Okay.
Which was what he was wearing when I sent you that picture. One of the pictures. I don't know if one of them went to you or not. But, and I texted him after I had found his account, and I was like, hey, I was the guy who kept staring at you and nodding really funny. Like, I would just stare at him and go, to the beat, and I would catch his eye line so often.
Really?
I swear to God, he had to have noticed it, but then was like, "What the fuck?" And then, but every time he turned around, he would like to look around and stuff like that. I was every time staring right at his eyes, and I was nodding. And eventually, not only did like I swear he noticed, and then kind of just did like one of those "What's up" nods, and give it a couple minutes later, and all of a sudden I'm doing it again because he's looking back again. And then his photographer friend that was there, that was like doing photography for the event, noticed me, and he just looks at me as I'm nodding at Tyler, and I'm just going like this, and he looks at me, and I look at the photographer, and he just kind of does this like squint thing, and I'm like, I'm dedicating, so I just started looking at him and doing it, and then the photographer gets a little grin on his face, and he goes and like does that, and then I just stare at him and I do it back, and then he just goes, and he mouths, "It's cold," and I go like I just shrug like yeah. And then he turns back to Tyler, and then they both turn around, and I was like, yeah! I don't know if Tyler even saw it, but I at least got his attention.
Yeah.
But I had messaged him, and I was like, hey, I was the weird guy that kept staring at you and nodding. And then I sent him a picture of, I was like, I had to dig through a bunch of Garrett's videos to figure out what your account was so I could message you and all this kind of stuff. There's no way he was going to answer me, but I thought it would be funny just to send it to him.
That is pretty funny.
And then on my way home, I'm like just down the street from the house, and I get a phone call from Mom, which phone hasn't died yet. I'm listening to music on my way home. Phone hasn't died yet.
Impressive.
And she calls me, and I answer it. And without even remembering that my phone could have died, I just answered it and was like, "What's up?" She's like, "You want to go get Taco Bell with me?" And I go, "Yeah, fuck yeah."
Yeah.
And she goes, "Okay." She's like, "I'll meet you at the house, and I'll just pick you up and we can go get Taco Bell." I was like, "Yes!" And so I got home. I changed out of my wet clothes, changed it to some comfy ones, and got in the car, and we went and got fucking Taco Bell.
Fuck yeah.
It was a Taco Bell. I think it was Del Taco.
Del Taco?
Yeah, it was Del Taco.
Not as fuck yeah.
Well, yeah, because they discontinued their their pepper jack quesadilla or something like that we wanted to get. It was really sad.
Oh, that's dumb.
And then they changed their tacos to tiny street tacos.
Oh.
Yeah, they're not even actual like taco sized anymore. They're
the
tiny.
fuck?
They're literally so small.
The tiny little fuckers
Tiny-
you
yeah,
no
that you hold in your palm.
sustenance.
Nothing.
Nothing.
And then we got a fucking I can't remember.
Fair enough.
Now that you're hypnotized.
Dude, we just put like 5 people to sleep. I almost put myself to sleep.
We're just
I went back and I hit my head way sooner than I thought I would, so I just smacked the shit out of my tooth.
but that was basically like there'll be videos and pictures and stuff back there. Most likely the videos will be playing over our talking, so I don't have the audio on them.
Yeah.
So there's no copyright issue. But Arizona, we're gonna have to close it out with this so that we don't run too long. But Arizona,
Really quick before that, speaking of music and shit, I sent you something on TikTok. Do you
yeah,
know
I saw that. Yeah,
Did you Aries?
We can use his
Dude.
stuff without copyright.
Everything after this. So all of his older stuff we still can't use.
But all the new stuff.
Everything new
Okay.
we can use.
Well, because I was gonna say that with the Arizona stuff, I was gonna bring that in actually.
Oh, okay.
Is that we're gonna be vlogging
Oh, we
as much as we can.
Cade got racially profiled in security. At security.
And we're gonna be videoing everything. And I mean,
we said it last time.
I say granted a lot.
Granted, fair.
I say it a lot.
I say
But
fair a lot.
We're gonna be doing it as much as we can, but also within good reason of like we want to enjoy the trip as well.
Exactly.
So
It's not going to be our main focus, but we will be thinking about
Mhm.
it. Our main focus is to fuck off and have fun for a couple days.
yeah, in a different state.
Because we have been having a shit time.
That's gonna be 100 degrees, which is wild because even Texas is at like an 83 right now.
Damn. But
Yeah.
Texas hot, still hotter than Arizona hot.
Oh, trust me, I know. That 104 out there feels like I'm suffocating.
Yeah, I bet. I bet.
But it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna go stay at Cade's tonight.
Yep.
In the morning, we're gonna take off. Gonna hit the
We're going to have to leave at like fucking 3 in the morning.
and then
Oh.
we got we already checked in for our flight
Uh-huh.
and everything. We're gonna
Carson
get in.
got everything taken care of for the Airbnb, it
Our
sounds like.
Airbnb, we can't check in until after 3 p.m. and we're gonna get there at 6:40 a.m. So we are gonna have like fucking 7 hours.
Yeah, so we'll go get breakfast and then probably just figure it out.
Yeah, there's a place called Breakfast Bitch that I'm just dying.
We're going to.
Do you think they sell merch there?
Oh my god, it's not Utah. They might be cool.
Yeah.
We're gonna show back up next week. Just
Breakfast Bitch.
breakfast, bitch. You're gonna have to play that clip of maybe they have merch,
Yeah.
and we're just sitting here with it.
And we're just like,
So, you guys notice anything?
also, I got dresses last week that I was going to wear for this week, but I wanted to wait till next week so that we have time to enjoy that fully.
Yeah. Because let me tell you, he sent me some pictures.
I sent so many pictures to so many people.
Let me tell you, I want more pictures.
I put one of them on my Tinder. Did you actually? The one I put on my story?
That one was so good. Was it the flexing
yeah,
one?
and I was
Oh
like,
my-
I'm the prettiest motherfucker you've ever seen.
That was such a fucking good one, though.
I put that on my fucking Tinder.
Love it. Fucking love it.
But anyway, yeah, we're gonna cut this off right now. We don't even have to say
I was
subscribe
about to
or
say we
anything,
don't have
yeah.
to do the outro
You'll
because
just-
that's in a few days.
Yeah, you'll just see us in a second here.
Yeah, you'll see us in a second. For us, it's in 3 fucking days. So,
Yeah.
okay,
Yep.
see you guys in a minute.
See ya.
What a bunch of fucking idiots, right? Hold on. Wait a minute.
I almost said